Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mark from Solo Games, and today we're going to talk about the sad state that is Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering at Gen Con, I believe, announced this whole, mega calendar, Avenger style, whatever type of like what we're going to do, what 2024, 2025 is, preview city, preview this, preview that, all the product we have lined up for you. All the stuff we're going to force you to buy or, engage with the products you like, right? Of course. It's kind of ironic, too, because Mark Rosewater actually just, I think, this week released a podcast about color identity and why that's really important for Magic the Gathering, its longevity, and having this ability to differentiate yourself in different colors, having limitations and just differences from everything else, being one of the core tenets of Magic. It's almost like he's making a comment, hush hush hint hint type of thing, against the direction of Magic altogether. Again, I don't know, because he is part of the problem in a sense, because he is allowing this to happen as well. But I think at the core, a lot of people, maybe even at Wizards, you tell me if you're a Wizard employee and want to talk to me about things like this, I will be your shoulder to cry on. Don't worry. That if you feel like we're going in the direction that just doesn't make sense anymore, there's no identity for Wizard. So what was announced at this huge reveal, right, is basically product lineup for 2024. And we're going to finish this year off, of course, with Wilds of Eldraine, the Lord of the Rings Collector's Edition, whatever, gift edition, but it's going to be a full line of product this time, not just like one box. And, of course, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I bet, there's going to be lots of treasures there, which means there's going to be another, one of 10, whatever bullshit going on there. Serialized cards this, serialize your mom that. Look, they already know. If you don't serialize shit, it doesn't sell, so serialize everything. When everything's special, nothing is. It is what it is. Okay, so looking at 2024, right? Kick off the year with Ravnica Remastered. Whoopee! Yeah, so for those of you that didn't understand what this whole thing was going to be with double feature, right? When that started with double feature, it really started with TSR, right? Time Spiral Remastered. But then they just went on this whole hey, we got to remaster something every year. Why don't you remaster these nuts, Wizard? Damn. Basically, at this point, everything is going to get remastered. We're going to get a remaster every year. In fact, they confirmed this because if you look forward to the 2025 calendar, Innistrad Remaster is coming in 2025. So there you go. Basically, the way that these things are going to look now from now on forever is Wizard of the Coast has realized, look, while we still basically make 4 to 5 sets every year, that's the tentpole, whatever, core, actual new product sets, we can just reprint everything continuously, and now there's all these little sets that are inserted between the year, between all the little gaps that you have, so that you don't have 3 months to really consider. You have to look at the next set within a month. Like, you're not even at the pre-release and you're already thinking about cards for the next set or next whatever release, right? So anyways, Ravnica Remastered is coming in Q1 2024. So this is going to be like the January product, very similar to Dominaria Remastered probably. And this is going to have cards from original Ravnica. So I bet you it's going to have Doubling Season again. So if you're holding Doubling Season, do sell that shit now, man. Even at 40 from Commander Masters, probably too much. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is super sad. Of course, then we kick off with our first 10-pole set of quarter of 2024. It's going to be the Murders of Karlov Manor. I saw the banner, not really interested. I guess it's Innistrad, but it's just kind of like whatever. I don't know. Not really interested. It is what it is. I probably will look at it because it does seem like at least it's going to be new, fresh ideas, not just a reprint set. So there's that. But otherwise, I'm not super intrigued about it. Of course, Q1, we have to inject our, your external ultimate universe beyond all planes, right? All universes beyond Fallout set. Because, of course, Magic is not cool enough. We have to get the players who are playing video games and then make sure that they are also playing Magic. So, of course, the Fallout players, please get excited about Magic the Gathering because we're going to be selling some cards for you. The reality, though, is that none of those guys are really going to come from Magic. If they see this thing, they're going to be like, oh my gosh. You know what this reminds me of? This is like you walking into a store, right? And you see on the shelf, like, you could be like, okay, take me, for example. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fans, right? I'm not going to buy a fucking cup of salsa that has, I don't know, George R. Martin's fat face on it, okay? It doesn't intrigue me. I'm not going to go buy like a potato chip because it has like Jon Snow or like Longclaw on there. Like, what? No. I would either have to like the potato chip or not. If I don't like the chips, I don't care who's on there. I'm not going to buy the thing. That's exactly what's happening. You think, Wizard of the Coast thinks that they can build Magic, and if they slap the right image on there, the right symbols, etc., then the people who normally would like those images or symbols would just buy whatever Wizards kind of pooping out. Not going to happen, dude. Those Fallout players, they don't care about Magic the Gathering unless they do. And if they already care about Magic the Gathering, they were going to buy this no matter what. They didn't need Fallout to be on the box, okay? Have some dignity, okay? Realize your game is good enough that you don't need to go grovel to other IPs. Build your own IP. Remember when Magic was like this? Then, of course, Q2, we come to Outlaws of Thunder Junction. To be honest, I actually kind of feel like I would like this set. It's different. I guess guns are totally fine in Magic the Gathering anyways. We have Fallout, we have, whatever, Warhammer, laser guns and shit. Like, yeah, it's fine. Like, if they're going to have pistols, who cares? I'm down with it. I like Westerns. I'm kind of interested in seeing what Magic's take on Western is. It's kind of different. So I thought Streets of New Capenna was not a bad, rendition of some sort of like mafia, mobster type of city. I'm okay with like Outlaws, Westerners, stuff like that. Of course, in Somerset, we got Modern Horizons 3. Pretty much at this point, you got to understand, right? Basically, every year you're going to get a master set or a modern set, or a master and a modern set like this year, or a master set plus a commander set. I mean, basically, if you didn't have enough products, you sure are going to get enough products in the future. And at this point, we're going to have Modern Horizons until we burn every single Horizon set and nobody cares anymore. Everything is super diluted. Everyone hates Modern. Okay, then we'll have Pioneer Horizons. You guys can timestamp this shit, by the way. Today is August the 6th, 2023. Mark is literally saying that we're going to burn Modern Horizons as a product line until all the juice, creativity, interest is gone. Then there will be Pioneer Horizons, okay? Just like what happened to Master sets. But here's the thing. Once we have Pioneer Horizons, we're going to have double Modern Horizons. Don't believe me? Think about it. Ultimate Modern Horizons. Ultimate Modern Ultimate Horizons. Okay? Okay, after this, whatever, summer set, Modern Horizons, they're going to charge you $250 a box with collector's boosters, all the other stuff. Serialized cards from Modern Horizons. Coming soon. We're going to have Assassin's Creed. I'm not sure if this is going to be like just kind of like a Doctor Who thing, where it's a commander deck, whatever, or is this going to be a full set, like more like Lord of the Rings? No clue. But obviously, given how well Lord of the Rings did, this could be like more like a Lord of the Rings or even a Dungeons & Dragons set, where it's almost like a core set replacement. It's kind of interesting, but also different. Brings players from a different genre in. Again, I like Assassin's Creed and I like webtoons. There was recently an Assassin's Creed webtoon. Guess what? I read about 4 chapters, just gave up on it. It's crap. It's garbage webtoon. So not going to read it. Doesn't matter. So yeah, you can slap Assassin's Creed on Magic cards all you want, but if the product sucks, hey man, it doesn't matter. And if the product's good, it doesn't matter what you slap on it. Like Warhammer was a great example of this. You give actual good commander decks that are fun to play, that are dynamic, that are different, it doesn't matter what you put on there. I have Magic players that have never heard of Warhammer or hate Warhammer buying the Warhammer decks because they're good. And then, of course, closing out Q3. I think this also includes Q4 too. I don't know why there's no Q4 on this calendar, but closing out Q3 is going to be Bloomburrow, kind of like anthropomorphized animals, no humans in this world playing. And then the animals go on their little, like, questing adventures. This one's definitely for the furries. Hey man, I'm not gonna judge. I think it's actually kind of cool. I think animals are kind of cool, and like, personifying animals or anthropomorphifying whatever, right? Animals is cool. I like it. I don't have any hate against it. I don't know why people, like, again, I don't care that is a furry set or not a furry set. I care if the set is good. So we'll judge the cards when they come out. And I do like the fact that they're being creative, so I'm okay with this, okay? If the cards suck, it doesn't matter that if it's a furry set or not. It's going to be a sucky set anyways. And of course, actually, basically the only set I'm kind of interested in all of 2024 is going to be Duskmourn. It has like a very nice horror theme. It looks like Phyrexia again, that kind of like imagery. That's what I'm excited for. My problem is because if I'm excited for that, likely it's going to suck. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, so moving on to 2025, we're going to have, like, started off, of course, with another remaster set, Innistrad Remasters. And then, of course, in that year, there's going to be some, like, return to Tarkir, return to, whatever. So, and then, of course, the crossover set of that year is going to be Final Fantasy. So it sounds like the formula of Wizards of the Coast is going to be 4 10-pult sets of, like, actually unique Magic planes or creations, added in a couple or 1 or 2 crossover sets with some other IP. And then, of course, you have a remaster set in the beginning of the year. In the middle of the year, it's going to be some sort of like modern or master set, probably like double master 2024, 2026, whatever happening. And then, you're going to end the year with some sort of, I don't know, like double feature set type of thing, right? So like probably Bloomburrow and Duskmourn are going to be released pretty close to each other. Not sure if they're going to be linked. I think Wizards of the Coast learned their lesson of not doing like 2 of the same set in the same era. So at least there's that. Some final comments, right? Man, I think Wizards of the Coast has just lost it. I still think that they're releasing some cool stuff. My only fear right now is that they're just blending too much in. And I think a lot of the players are already complaining that there's way too much product. And Wizards of the Coast can go back and say all they want, that they're only releasing 4 sets, it's been like this forever, but it's not, right? There's way more Commander products, there's way more Master products, Modern Horizons, remaster products, everything, right? So, and then of course, across each product line, there's not just a draft boosters, there's draft set, collector's boosters, starter decks, jumpstart decks. By the way, where's Jumpstart? I haven't seen another Jumpstart 2025, 2024, so I'm assuming that's coming soon too, right? So there's going to be that. So all these different product lines, commander decks, pre-con decks released with every set, with new cards. It's just too much. I mean, at this point, I don't know what players can keep up. And obviously, Wizards of the Coast is still very, very bullish on the fact that they think they can print and players will keep buying. What I'm going to tell you right now is maybe something that not a lot of people, especially Magic fans, want to hear, but it's kind of like the truth. If you stick your head in the sand and you only stick your head in the sand that is the Magic, the Gathering, group, whatever, all you see is, hey, there's a lot of product and it's fine, we'll absorb it, players will play, whatever. Engage with the format you like. But for the first time ever, I'm starting to hear a lot of my friends who are dedicated Magic players just getting tired. It's too much. What ends up happening that I think Wizards of the Coast doesn't understand is engage with a product that you like doesn't work for players of card games. Because a trading card game inherently has one big flaw, is that there will be cards that you don't have. And everybody will want to build decks with the best and the most optimal cards. And if there are optimal cards and there's cards that you don't have, which means your deck is not optimal because you refuse to engage with every product, what that will end up being is that likely you're just going to quit because Magic players don't like losing. And if they don't like losing, they're not going to put themselves in a position to lose. And here's the thing. Once you take your head out of the sand and start looking around, you'll notice this year especially, 2023, 2024, there are so many different options out there. And never before has there been so many different options for Magic the Gathering players to choose from. Right? Personally, I have been diving deep into Grand Archive. I know a lot of people are looking at Sorcery. There's people who are playing Digimon, One Piece, the Final Fantasy card game, which, by the way, that Final Fantasy crossover might make more players want to play the Final Fantasy card game than the Magic the Gathering. You might actually lead players by crossing over. Not sure, but let's see what happens, right? I just think it's really stupid. Oh, and I didn't even mention Lorcana. There's actually really well-designed games out there that a lot of people are kind of pushing, right? I'm not sure I would say that One Piece is a great card game. I think it's a little bit too power creepy. But look, if Lorcana runs their thing well, if Sorcery runs their thing well, if Grand Archive, continues to run their thing well, I'm telling you, Magic is bleeding players to these card games. And they are not admitting it, but it's true. And that's the thing. They don't understand how much they're losing to card games like this. Oh, sorry, I didn't even mention Flesh and Blood. Look, there's so many alternatives out there. And every single time Wizard of the Coast pushes another player to the limit, they're going to go find another game. They're going to sell their collection. They're going to go find another game. And they realize, hey, I'm having a lot more fun doing something else, feeling like I'm always trying to catch up and not being able to catch up. And that's the problem. Wizard of the Coast has created this situation where no one who plays their game, who wants to be part of the Wizards of the Coast, whatever ecosystem, can stay up to date on their products. And that kind of sucks because long term, these goals of getting more players into the game is actually going to cause them more players from the game. And that's the hard truth that maybe Wizard of the Coast doesn't want to hear, but it's kind of harsh reality. And I'm not sitting here saying every single one of those alternative card games are going to win. I'm actually telling you most of them will lose, okay? Look, Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Stayed king for many, many years for a reason. And throughout all those years, there were challengers, and they didn't win. But the situation has changed. Things are different now. And the future is going to be decided by who cares about the customer and who wants to build a better game. And that's all that matters. All this fancy crossover, flash forward, flash back, flash this, flash your mom, serialized cards, none of that stuff matters. The game has to be good. If the game's good, then you can sell anything and the players will gobble it up. That's going to be it for me for today. It is my Sunday video, so this is a longer form video. Thank you guys all for sticking through to the end of it. And I guess good luck next year. If you're playing Magic and stuff like that, I'll be around. I'm not giving up on Magic. I'm not selling my collection. I'm not quitting Magic or anything like that. But at the same time, I am slowing down Magic because guess what? There's just better options for investing my money for things I'm interested in. That's not going to be Magic, and that's fine, right? Maybe I take a break and enough people take a break from Magic and it signals to Wizard that they need to change and course correct and turn the ship around or whatever they're going to do. But until they get that signal, they're not going to do anything. And you see they're plowing forward faster and faster each year. More and more products, more and more garbage that, come and go and you don't even think about it, don't care about it. It is what it is. All right, Mark Solar Games. I'll see you next time. Stay classy.